Welcome. We would like to start with an introduction to channeling of the divine self. The first thing we need to do is get ourselves set up. In the beginning, especially if there's any resistance, it's good to have yourself set up in such a way that you are prepared not to get in your way for this process. As we mentioned in our setup video, it's very important, especially right now here on this earth, that each individual be connected to the divine self, that internal truth, which is connected to the universal light consciousness and divine wisdom. When we are here in this space, we don't need any outside information or any outside input. You may find you don't need to read any books. You don't need to watch or follow or observe anyone else. You are here, you are connected. This connection taps into a library of information. This connection helps you to get comfortable with you, the relationship you have with yourself and your truth. This connection helps you to never feel alone ever again. This connection brings you home. It will help you to be all that you intended to be when you came into the physical body. And that is our goal. So, we recommend that everyone have a glass of water with them, should you need it as we get started, and to drink from it whenever you need to. We're going to call in our highest guides and guardians to come in and assist us with this. We're going to call to the divine light consciousness, to divine wisdom, to the divine mother and the divine father, and to Mother Earth. We're going to ask that our space be created, that a safe container be created for us to work in, that we ignite light from within and light from the divine source of all that there is. And that we can breathe and relax as our space is held above and below and all around us. We'll ask that from the base of our spine, that we sense the energy there, that we send that energy like a cord down deep into the heart of the earth, right to the center of the earth, to get our physical body grounded. We ask that this space, a beautiful seal, a shield be created around it, that only those with the purest intention, only those from within the light, be permitted to even observe here as we open to our true divine self. All we intend to channel, all we intend to connect with is our true divine self. It is very important. And so as we breathe into this, we're going to invite you now to create a beautiful safe space. What is this safe space? It's some place that you can go to, where you, the ego self, the mind self, the person who still experiences fight or flight or resistance, the person who still objects to your own truth, this will have a place to go and get out of your way, be and wait, and feel safe while you allow the divine self to come in. You are a part of your divine self in all that you do, and so many human beings have denied it, shut it off, shut it down, ignore it. And right now, especially at this time here on earth, it is vitally important that we reconnect with the true self. our truth. And that we allow that to be our embodiment and our guiding source. For our true self, our divine self, only wants what's best for us and wants us to fulfill our mission here on earth. Why are we here? So in this safe space, we're going to give you some examples. I'll give you one of my examples. The very first time I ever tried to channel, I shrunk myself up to about this big, and I went into the hands of an angel. I won't tell you which one. And I literally sat in the hands of the angel, and the angel went like this. They've got me. And I opened it back up. My little self waved at me like, I'm safe. I'm over here now. Go do what you have to do. That was one. A teacher had once used the example of a crystal cavern because she loved crystals. And she felt the energy of them. And she felt very safe with them, that they protected her. And so she went into like this huge geode crystal cavern, someplace that doors could close, doors could open, and she just felt very safe there. My safe space when I was younger, when I was asked to create a safe space, it was more like the kingdom for me. You can call it the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of the spiritual realm, the kingdom of the higher dimensions. That kingdom was a magical place. Think of the most beautiful, magical place on earth, in fantasy and in dream that you can imagine, with every type of also mystical creature there, as well as all the creatures of this earth. The sea over there, mountains, a waterfall, rolling hills, also flat plains, every type of flora and fauna. Incredible sky, colors, more colors than the eye can truly see. And this was my safe space. And I could go here like a dream meadow. And I knew that in this perfect world, in this version of New Earth, this version of this fifth dimensional existence that was filled with love, that it was very safe for me to be here. And I could also create from here. I could connect from here. That's another example. Some people's safe spaces can be someplace right here on earth where you find yourself feeling very comfortable or very safe. Whatever it is you create, if your safe space is to be on a fishing boat on a lake, whatever it is, this is what we are going to invite you now to create. And that's going to be important for moving forward into this. So now you're going to see yourself. And you're going to feel a part of you, like as though you're all that resistance that's within you, culminating and collecting. That's going to come out of you. And you're going to see it like that little version of you. You can look right at it. And you're going to take that part of you and you're going to send it off into that space. Now there's the ego self. We'd like you to feel that ego self somewhere around in your solar plexus. And I want you to feel that ego self, that tiny little ego. You're going to allow it to float up inside of you. And it's going to float up into your head. You're going to get it out of your head. You're going to take it and you're going to push it back of the brain, the back of the skull. And you're going to have that ego self just come up and out. And it's going to float up to the ceiling. That ego self can even have an omniscient point of view. From up there, you can look down and see the top of your head. See yourself sitting where you are. And that ego self is going to go off and go to that safe spot. We're going to have to get them out of the way too. Now, just calmly, simply begin to breathe. Nice deep breaths into the nose and out through the mouth. And as you breathe, you say to yourself, I open to my true self. I open my mind to my true self. I open my heart to my true self. I open my body to my true self. I open my energy to my true self. It is my deepest intent and desire to truly connect and open up the channel between me and the true divine self, so that we never feel separate again, and that the information then can flow And as you sit with your spine nice and straight, you say, I invite you in. I call to my higher self. I call to the true essence, the divine self. I call to the I am. And I invite you in. I welcome you in. I invite you to come and sit with me, to feel your presence in my energy and in my body, to allow our minds to coalesce, to allow the thoughts, the consciousness to coalesce and to merge, so that the guidance from the true self become part of my own thoughts. You simply have to invite, as though you were inviting someone into your house. You're inviting them into your personal house, the vessel that is your body. You're already connected in this, but somewhere along the way in your upbringing, in life, in this world, there became an interference in the channel between you and the divine self. The divine self is your intuition, your gut instinct, the natural self that is inner guidance. And it's very important that we allow this now. Be open to this now. What a revelation it is. And so as you breathe and relax, if you feel the need, I open to my true self. I welcome my true self in. I welcome you into my mind, my body, my energy, my spirit. I welcome you into my thoughts and my feelings. I open up the lines of communication. I open myself as a pure, clear, perfect channel, so the divine will may be done, that my will, our will, may be done. I invite you in. Please come sit with me. I have made room for you. And if you wish to see the ego part again rise up through to the back of the head and up, going over to the safe space. If you wish to see any of the resistance that you may have, also coming back through, say, not now resistance. Send it off to the safe space. to know that you are safe to channel your divine self. There are no massive parameters that need to be made. You're not channeling any other being. You're not channeling past overs. You're channeling you, true essence, the divinity of you. We're just trying to get that channel, that line of communication, filaments of light of communication, the ignition back from you, the light source, and into your brain, into your thoughts, into your mind, and into your body. So that flow of universal wisdom, divine wisdom, is just there continually. It never stops. It's always there. Some days may be better than others, but it's always there. And you can tap into it should you choose. But when you are claircognitive, it is. It's there. Now, also remembering in these processes that we can use our clairs. Your higher self. So many of us are actually in contact with our true self. What you want to refer to as the higher self, the divine self, the divinity that is you. And we brush it off. We are communicated through our thoughts. And other ways of communication involve also using all of our clairs, clairsentient, clairaudient, clairvoyant. Claircognitive is that which we have naturally. It's always there. And it's like messages, information, guidance that comes right through our thoughts. Now, if you want to take the clairvoyance, it means that you might get your messages in a picture show. Images. Clairsentient, it's where you feel it. That would be the gut feeling. We have an internal system within us. It's like a lie detector. That's the clairsentient. Empaths use their clairsentient abilities to a very strong extent. And then there's clairaudient. We like this one because it means you just hear it. You hear the message. It comes through nice, like someone's talking to you. The claircognitive is we know in our body, we know in our energy, we know in just what is and what isn't. It has nothing to do with arrogance. This connection, once it is made, as we wrote, no one can ever lie to you. No one can ever deceive you. You know what truth is because you're connected to it. It's a divine truth. You're connected to your truth and every experience that goes within that. So it's up to us to make that connection. It's up to us to be in this space, that I am presence. This is the I am that I am. And when we are connected in this space, it is everything. It is all. It is nothing. So sit here with that energy. And if you're experiencing any difficulty, just continually taking your mind out of the picture, inviting your divine self in to come with you, to be with you, to truly be one with you. So that you may be the pure and perfect channel for your divine self. And that you may live here on this earth to the fullest, within your power, within your truth. May the blessings of the light and may the blessings of higher consciousness and your divine self always be yours.